It's Friday night. Oh my God, we're here. We're back here.
Whoa, you should see the behind the scenes.
Hey, welcome to Be the Shit with Tonya
Jay.
My Jay Jonesy.
You know what? So before we go there, it's so happy today. Today is happy Friday. TGIF. So I did a whole bunch, just like everybody else.
I don't hear. There I go. Now I can hear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Did you miss the whole show? Did you miss the show too? Tonya missed the show. She just got here. That'll be a good night. So I did my thing. But I didn't get to see you this week because normally we run into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
At the headquarters, right?
Yeah, we were both. It was a busy news week.
Yeah. That's our main gig. But this is our passion right here.
Exactly.
How many of us got a passion?
We all do.
There you go.
All right. So
We
listen.
all do.
It was a good.
Kicking out the door already. What's up?
It was a good week though. It was busy.
Yeah.
You had a good week? You do anything special?
I did a crazy thing. I was telling actually MLK yesterday for the first time I took a colonoscopy. I was going to surprise you with that on the air. Men's health. Is it Men's Health Month? I know next month is Women's Health Month.
Okay.
It's Pink Month. Breast cancer, right?
Yeah, I gotta go get the girls checked.
Yeah. So health is health. That was the biggest thing I did. Other than that, I was just making cheese, putting people on TV, having a good fucking time.
All right. Well, I didn't do too much but work. Wait a minute.
Parties?
Yeah, I went to like 3 events in one night. Wednesday night.
Tonya has the fun.
Yeah. I try to bring you in on the fun
You
too.
do.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, I met a couple of actors and directors and casting people and everything. And guess what?
Need any swagger?
Listen, they're all coming to the show.
I know they are.
They're coming to the show. I even met a jazz artist. I forgot her name though. Ooh, excuse me.
Damn, girl.
I know it's terrible.
Let's pitch that one. We got next week's jazz. Oops. But listen, we got a call coming in. So let's kick this over to.
Okay, let's go. Let's introduce our guest.
Put the money on the mahogany. Let's talk to my main man in the shore. Velvet.
It's you.
Peace. Go ahead, brother.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How's everybody?
How are you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Loud and clear, brother.
You can't hear me?
No.
That's all right, but keep chatting. What's your name?
Clarence Pollard.
Mm-hmm.
Clarence Pollard.
Taft Pollard.
Taft?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Clarence?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? And you live here now?
On the other side of the world. Yeah, I live in Harlem.
Oh.
Sugar Hill. The once and future great Sugar Hill.
Okay.
It's gentrifying, but still very fresh and live.
I feel you. I got that.
I shouldn't say
already.
still, as if the two couldn't coexist, but it's both.
It's both. Right. But check it out. Together at the table on the same side of the table, we got 2 Harlem nights. We be keeping
Yeah.
Harlem
Really?
Hello.
You
You from Harlem too?
Yes.
Wow.
I live there now. Yeah, I'm 128. So I get the gentrification.
Cool.
You Sugar Hill in it too?
So I'd say Central.
So what's your name, darling?
Michelle Kilic.
Uh-huh. And what you do?
What do? I am a co-owner and a co-founder of Ramona's Model and Talent. So I represent models and actors and put them out and get them famous.
She got runway looks, huh? She look like she be walking up the runway.
No, not the runway, but definitely ads for commercials for sure.
Yeah, you gotta be like 5'10" and 5'11".
Yeah, 5'10". I'm 5'5".
Yeah, I'm about that
Double
too.
5.
I'm about that too.
Hey, listen, women are different, women are unique, women are beautiful, women are positive. That's what we say,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Women
We try to
are
keep
shit,
it all
right?
positive
Yeah.
news
Shit,
everywhere.
right?
That's what
So-
commercial modeling's about.
Yeah.
You'd be perfect.
Huh?
You'd be perfect, Tonya.
For what?
For modeling, commercial
Oh, really?
modeling. Yeah, you got a great look, beautiful eyes, good skin,
Well,
great
get me down.
smile.
Get me down.
Absolutely.
Kick
Get me
it.
down. Get me down. I never. Well,
we
I used to
podcast?
model, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we're
I
going to
left that
follow
alone.
up on that, MLK.
All right.
All
Sounds good.
righty. Let's talk to our other homegirl.
Yes, my girl.
BlackHer. What?
My girl.
Okay, excuse me.
BlackHer. BlackHer.
I am from Harlem. Oh!
Well, I am the only one who's not from Harlem. I feel kind of left out here. I'm not understanding.
Harlem is a happening place, folks. It is a happening place.
Well, y'all find me a place to live. I'll move to Harlem because I'm there all the time anyway.
I heard they new buildings on 122nd and Morningside.
You got some money for me?
Where you going to commercial mall?
Oh, yes. There you
You
go.
already got it.
That's right. There you go.
Got
There you
3
go.
jobs, so you know what that means.
yeah.
You on the ground.
Ching ching.
Exactly. Dun, 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 dun.
Can I say my name?
Yes.
Say my name. Say my name.
I'm Angela Dorn. I'm a co-founder of BlackHer, which is a platform online at www.blackher.us. I'm also a practicing lawyer. I often do work with my fellow Harlemite, Clarence over there, who's a brilliant attorney.
Thank you. It's very
All
nice of you
right.
to say that. Coming from her, that's a huge compliment.
Oh.
That's love.
So let's clarify. It's not black her, like the hair.
No, not black hair.
Okay.
BlackHer.
It's black-
H-E-R.
Okay, I was just making sure. Because
And it's about black women's personal, political, and economic empowerment.
That's
Okay.
great.
And I would also like to be a model, but apparently I didn't qualify.
Hey, I can use you.
Hey, listen, I'll cut the deal.
All shapes and
I'm
sizes.
the agent. I'll cut the deal.
Jay's my
Where
agent,
you want to go?
so-
To
No,
a
no,
college
no,
agent?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Let's cut it over. Put the money on the mahogany. Let's
money
cut
on
this
your
deal.
mind.
Let's do
All right.
it.
Let's do it.
So listen, we've got a couple of topics we want to.
Oh, there's tons of shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff that happened now this week here. So what do you want to start off with?
I
let's-
was gonna go sad, but I think I can't.
No, look, I
Can't
don't
do it.
want it. It's Friday, and
Yeah,
I had
I
too
can't
much
do it.
already.
You know.
So we're going to start with the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about it on behind the scenes.
Oh.
You start with it, and then I'm gonna tell you exactly where it's gonna go. It's gonna end up at MMA. Okay.
So everybody knows about the Cleveland Browns, right? They haven't won a game in about, I don't know, 6 years since 16?
Oh shit! The pictures are up.
Something like
We're
that.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long
So,
time.
It was a beautiful thing that they won something in this era right here, because the last time they won something was when President Obama was around. So I guess everybody was celebrating and everything. I am not a big time Cleveland fan, so anybody here?
Are you a beer drinker?
No.
Because that was the funny thing about the story.
Okay.
They cracked these
Oh,
vaults
yeah,
of
yeah.
Bud Light.
Right.
So as a commercial
They started
person,
drinking. Yeah.
How great of a brand commercial is that?
That's great. It's free advertising for Bud Light. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
At least.
Football, Bud Light.
Yeah.
Definitely. Free
Well, I get the
advertising.
hand and glove. It was just so amazing. But the reason I love the story too is because it's like overcoming. Like they haven't won in years, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" Of course, I'm a Gang Green fan, so they beat the Jets, which is horrible. You a Jet fan? No Jet fans?
No.
Everybody, what,
No.
Giants.
Giants,
No.
Yankees.
Giants. You had to be the oddball.
Well, guess what? I mean, not to get ADD, but I think you're a Yankee fan. Oh, Mets.
Oh,
fan.
Mets,
I'm a
okay.
Mets fan too. Mets,
Oh,
Jets,
see?
and Nets.
Oh.
That's just easy.
Okay.
But
Sideways, but
I think they're gonna get rid of Eli, just in case all you Giant fans. But don't hate on me. I just say that first, because he's.
Anybody have football fans? Favorite football teams?
My favorite team is probably the Bears, and I knew the guy who used to be the general counsel for Cleveland, and all he would talk about was how they always lost and what a depression it was to be around in that way. He loved the team. Maybe it's time for him to quit as a consequence. Maybe it's time for him to go back.
If he can negotiate,
Yeah.
I'll cut the deal.
Oh,
tell
look
him.
at
Put him
him.
on the
All right.
couch.
Always on. Always on.
Oh, he's on.
He's always on.
He hit that on the mark.
All the time. All right, so what else is going on?
I don't know. It seems like the party is right here.
All right.
I mean, I like the Cleveland Browns story because they overcome, but that's what I think we all have done. And that's why I was going to ask you, Clarence. Like, you came out of L.A. L.A.'s great. We love L.A. Lived in the Bay, too, you said, right?
Yeah, grew up in Los Angeles and then practiced law in San Francisco for 10 years, 10 and a half years.
So what drove you? Because that's what we try to get to, the drive behind the person.
Oh, for me, there's a revolutionary law review article written years ago by one of Angela's Harvard professors, Roberto Unger. And it's a critique of what's wrong with the legal system. And he basically calls everybody a poser. Just everybody's, pretending to be what they're not, and so forth and so on. But he ends the story saying, if we make a return to the values that drove us to care about justice and what's right and wrong, we will be like a group that he reveres. He says, when we came, the real legal scholars, the fake ones, were like priests that had lost their faith but kept their jobs. They stood in tedious embarrassment before cold altars. But we turned away from those altars and found the mind's opportunity and the heart's revenge. So that's what I'm looking for. Every day I get out of bed, I'm looking for the mind's opportunity and the heart's revenge, meaning to channel all the anger and rage and disappointment I feel about what has happened in this country, to people of color, to women, to the disabled, to the elderly, into something positive. the mind's opportunity and the heart's revenge.
Oh, I
So
love
that's
it.
what I'm looking for.
I love it.
That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what keeps me going when I'm tired and bored and distracted and hungry and everything else is trying to find a way to fight back for people who can't fight for themselves. And that's what my practice is.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Awesome.
My the motto for my practice, I'm going to say it in Latin, but I'll translate. It's ad inveniam viam, ad faciem. It's attributed to Hannibal, the great African general, and roughly translated it means, I will either find a way or make one. So
Say that again?
I will either find a way or make one.
Right.
So that's my motto. I try to live by that. It's not always possible, but you have to have something to strive for.
What inspiring words do you have for people who are trying to follow their dreams like you?
Don't give up. Believe in what you believe in. Stand up for it, fight for it, and just fight the good fight. Even if you don't get it, what's the expression? Aim for the sun or the moon. If you don't
Right.
get it, you'll end up with a handful of stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'd say. Just don't give up. Keep fighting. As Winston Churchill said, never, 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 ever, ever give up.
Now,
I'm a Churchill fan.
I love
I'm
Churchill.
a Churchill fan.
I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something good. So, when you were growing up, was that your first thing you wanted to be?
No, my dad was a frustrated. Well, he was a somebody who wanted to be a doctor,
Uh-huh.
but he grew up in Oklahoma at a time when if you were black, it just didn't happen. You just didn't go to medical school because you felt like it. So he became a medical technologist instead. He was very good at it. But from the time I was knee high to a cotton ball, they were like, "You're going to medical school."
wow.
So that's what I grew up. The very first book that I ever read was Grey's Anatomy. My dad gave it to me as a gift. I read it cover to cover and was like, "Yeah, I can do this. It's interesting." But somewhere along the way, I just lost interest in it. I started off majoring in biology when I was at Yale, and just realized I wasn't cut out for it. So I took a couple of classes. Skip Gates was one of my mentors, and eventually majored in African American studies.
Oh.
And I took a class at Yale Law School called Blacks and the Law.
Uh-huh.
It was for law students, but undergrads could take the class as well. And that course changed my life.
Wow.
Absolutely exposed me to the way that law has been at every pivotal moment in the lives of oppressed people. Literally, every kind of oppressed person in this country, the law has been there, either as a midwife to misery or a handmaiden for success and happiness. And something that powerful, I just gravitated naturally towards it. I wanted to understand, what does it mean to be in the mouth of that beast and make that work for something good? So that's when I switched. It took me 10 years to finally get through and figure it out and get through law school. I had the privilege of clerking for the first black federal judge in Alabama after law school.
Who was that?
His name was U.W. Clemens. He's still practicing today. He resigned from the bench. He's now back to practicing in his 70s, and he's still fighting the good fight and making people pay for doing wrong. He's one of my heroes. But that was a great experience. Then I moved to Chicago and practiced management side employment law for 3 years at a big mega firm. Hated it, but learned a lot. And just bounced around, different jobs, different positions, different headaches, different joys. Ended up in New York about 14 years ago. Angela and I have practiced some cases together. She's one of the best lawyers that I know. We have extremely great synergy. We really work well together. And now I'm with another partner. He does intellectual property. I do workplace stuff and litigation. So.
And you're down the block, right? You're in this neighborhood.
Actually, no. I actually have two different jobs. So on the side, what I care about most is my practice with my partner, the employment stuff. But during the day, for 60 hours a week, I work on securities and antitrust cases. So that's the one that's around the block from here.
Because that's your background, is that correct? Michelle?
Yeah, my background's investment banking. I took companies public. Was at Bear Stearns, JP Morgan, and Bank of Montreal. Yeah. Wow. I started off Bear and right out of college.
Wow.
So we just celebrated Lehman's collapse a week ago.
Yeah, we did. And I was a casualty of that.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Well, no, I wasn't at Lehman, but I was at Bank of Montreal, and everyone got cut back then in 2008. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's talk about your story.
Well,
like
that's how we just kind of started.
Yeah. Like overlap,
Yeah. So I think my mentor is my mom. She always told me to, you can do whatever you want. And she said, don't rely upon a man to take care of you.
Sounds like my mom.
Yeah, she did.
And listen, I'm sure your father was, said the reverse.
My dad was so hardcore about money. I can't even start talking about that.
Yeah, and she said,
your mom.
yeah, she's great. And she's like, have a career, be driven. So that's what drove me. And went to college. I went to Marymount here in the city, and I studied management and minor in corporate finance. And that's when I started working at Bear Stearns through networking and working my way up through starting off as a cold caller to working my way up to VP in equity capital markets. And then the financial debacle happened.
That was you? You were the wolf?
No. I don't know. People said they were intimidated of me or I was too aggressive. I don't know, but I don't think so.
They say that about me now.
They love saying about that. We're going to continue. I think we're going to a break in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bye. We'll be back.
I thought we were going to the 3-0.
If it's love, I'm going.
Come on back.
We're
back.
Bring in Mr. Smith. We're back.
Yes, we're back, sweetheart.
What's up, Barry?
We're
Hello,
getting
hello.
ready to talk about Miss Michelle here. We're gonna pick up where we left
Yeah,
off
Michelle
at.
is like the Wolf of Wall Street.
No, not at all. No. Anyway,
Was it fun?
it was
great?
so much fun. Yeah, I was just telling our gentleman here, Clarence over here, that it was a lot of fun because I loved being at the exchange when the paper was flying, taking companies public. It was great. It was a lot of energy, and now it's all electronic and kind of boring, actually. Yeah. That's my own personal opinion. And but after leaving banking, after Lehman imploded, no, I lost my job. And kind of like the Browns and kind of, other speakers that are happening today, we're going to talk about, it's about courage and actually taking a risk and starting your own company with your best friend. Wow. And we said, we're two smart women. And here we are, almost, in our 10th year of a talent agency and making people happy and doing their dreams. And it's about values and integrity and, doing really well. And we're excited.
Living the dream is
Values and integrity.
I love integrity too.
Yeah, well, that's how we run our business. It's we're both very spiritual. I'm bringing that word in. I am.
Bring it in.
I am
We're bringing
too.
in.
I'm tight with
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
You ain't the only
take
one.
it down with JC, right? So no, it's good to have a positive vibe, and we have girls in the office, and I think it's important to give them a voice, to know that to ask for what you want. As a woman in banking and senior, and not very few. You need a voice. You need to ask for what you want, and so that's what we instill in the girls that work for our office, and give them that voice.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't whisper that because that's a lot of
That's
information.
a big.
It is
You
a lot
know,
of
you're like
information.
telling people, "Hey, girls, come on!" Like she said to you, she was giving you like a commercial voice in a way. Angela,
Well, I
she's like
feel
opened
special.
up. She opened up her professional arms, so to speak, to invite you in.
So when you were young,
Yes.
Young,
What was
she's
your-
young now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
what was your dream?
I wanted to be in business in high school. I was like, I want to own my own business. In fact, Ramona and I had this vision back then. Ramona is my business partner and best friend. We met in 9th grade.
Shout her out, hey Ramona.
Hi, Ramona.
Hi, Ramona.
We were, we had a vision of one day we'd own our own company, and they're like, nah. So she went to theater, actressing. I didn't, Wall Street, and now here we are, and we own our own company together.
See?
Yeah.
It didn't happen then,
No.
but it happened now.
It did.
That's a beautiful thing. That's
It really
beautiful.
is.
So what's like
Congratulations.
some of the
Awesome.
talent that you anything?
Yeah, I know we do
Anybody?
all kinds of commercials. Well, I mean, it's commercial talent, so you
Okay.
see them out there, and they do ads for Samsung, T-Mobile, Chase, iPhone. Yeah,
iPhone is new.
iPhone is
just
new.
dropped.
I just
3
got
weeks
one.
ago,
Look, I
right?
just came to the
NFL.
family.
Did you do it?
A
I
Genesis.
can't.
But I still have my Galaxy. I like it.
All right.
Thank you, darling. Let's
Thank
move it
you.
on here.
Me?
Yes, Miss Angela. BlackHer.
I like Dorn.
Oh, thank you. I don't talk about how I
And
got
was
to
your
where I am.
family, your mother, your mentor as well?
So my mother was my mentor. My father was too. But as I've talked about before, my mother was the first African American woman to practice law in the state of Florida.
There's
to
a
pass
lot
the
of
bar and
firsts up
practice
in
law.
here.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I ain't got no.
She's still, very much a brilliant. She didn't practice for very long, but she's still a brilliant lawyer. Still has a great legal mind. Mine does not come close to hers or really to Clarence's.
What part of Florida?
She is now living in Melbourne, or near Melbourne, Florida.
Oh,
but
I
she was
used to
born
live
in
there.
The Tallahassee area.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where she
because
was
didn't
born.
you just come back? Your daddy's like 90th birthday or something?
90th. No, it was his 72nd birthday.
We might be
That's
cousins.
a big
you never know.
difference.
My dad's military, and so
Okay.
we were stationed at Cocoa Beach, which is right next to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And everything. So yeah.
It's Central Florida. It's a beautiful part. It is.
Florida's nice.
Yeah.
It's the sixth borough, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it kind of is. You see a lot of people from New York down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to Florida.
But I'm gonna keep talking about myself like everybody else. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But you know what? The thing about it,
So
it's the motivation. Like it's not just.
I do wanna talk about the
it's just
motivation,
like
yeah.
the cross that like. So she's a commercial. So he's a double attorney, and on the, he's got an office down here doing security, and his family, and they, when he was, when he said his term like knee high to a cotton ball, I was like, whoa, that's like that was a throwback, right? So it's things like that that's kind of astounding. At least to me, I think it's very hip. It's like, what got you out of bed this morning?
Yeah, exactly.
Brother was like hitting us with Latin verses. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to do 10 push-ups. And this one, You know, and she brought in divinity and spirituality. It's like a whole different bunch of gears that kick our lives into,
But we're all
know.
connected.
Yeah.
Somewhere or another.
Well,
we're all
Sugar Hill,
connected somewhere or another.
Sugar Hill, it seems like it's in the house.
I don't know if I'll be as profound as Clarence. He's a
Clarence gotta
super
be-
smart dude.
We
But
gotta get
I
a
also
double
started-
take on everything.
I thought I always wanted to be a lawyer, and I think I was really inspired by the civil rights movement, similar to you, Clarence.
Yeah.
And I had done a lot of studying and reading about it. Once I went to law school, though, it was just not what I had hoped for in a lot of ways. Alan Dershowitz was a major force at Harvard Law School when I was there. You can probably see him on TV now.
All the
Kind of
time.
selling out to the highest price in terms of what side he goes on. I hate OJ. I love OJ. I hate Trump. I love Trump. There was a lot of that there.
Flip-floppy.
That's being reinventing. You're reinventing yourself. You know?
Yeah. So while I practiced law, I kind of felt like I wanted to figure out a way to reach. Well, first I just got turned off, and I actually did go to Wall Street, and I worked for a wolf type of Wall Street.
Oh, wow.
Helicopters, fancy parties. It was really the life in a lot of ways, but for me it kind of felt a little bit empty, and I got into not-for-profit work, which ultimately led to both day job of not-for-profit work, but the evening job of BlackHer, where I feel like it's a way to reach a lot of people and talk about the issues that really mean a lot to me, and I think mean a lot to other people. So I agree, we're kind of all related by our passions.
What's one of your passions right now? What on BlackHer? What's current? What's trending?
Voting. I mean, I've talked about it before, but that's really the big thing right now.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, it's National Voter Registration Day. People have to make sure that they're registered so that they can vote in the primaries that are coming up on November 4th.
How many days? 44, right?
I think it's 44 days.
A fast 44.
Four.
Fast
Yeah.
44.
That's going to go by really fast.
It's
It
moving
is.
already.
People all across the nation are, getting out the vote. We're fundraising for people who are candidates all over the nation. Ben Jealous, there was a Ben Jealous fundraiser the other night that I was part of, but I actually didn't attend. Lori Lightfoot, who's running for mayor in Chicago. She's a gay black woman who's running. The three are very exciting to people in the black community. The three people who are running for governor, maybe the progressive community, period. Ben Jealous, Stacey Abrams, who's incredibly amazing, and if she wins, she'll be the first black woman to be governor of a state. She's running in Georgia.
And in Georgia, right?
In Georgia,
Georgia.
yep. Exactly.
I am, yeah. I know
And
those Georgia
I
folks.
forgot to say, Jealous is in Maryland. He's awesome too. Former CEO of the NAACP.
We got it?
And
Hold
finally,
on 1 second.
okay.
No, finally with
And
the
finally,
thought.
Andrew Gillum in Florida.
Okay, don't rush it. Who we got the call? Let's hit it up.
Hey.
Who we got? Morg?
Yes.
Hi. Hi, Morgan.
We were waiting for you. You know,
Sorry, I was late.
that's okay. We were talking about the first. Everyone's got a first. You were like first flag, first governor, first this. So you're the first youngest female congressional candidate. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
Tell us about it. You got 4.5 hard minutes before the break. Tell us about it, girl. I see you on TV all the time. You know how to work the clock.
I got to. I started running because obviously I was pissed off at what was going on. I mean, I think a lot of people can agree with that. And I decided that it's time for the next generation of leadership. I'm tired of these old people ruining our lives.
I did vote, but damn. So yeah, you're the millennium of the future. You're what they call the GOP fountain of youth.
Exactly, because I think that we've lost touch. The Republican Party, for the most part, has lost touch of what humanity wants. I mean, most people are pretty much open-minded and socially liberal. And I think that's the direction that the Republican Party will go towards when millennials get involved. And I think that's where I'm going to push the party, in a fiscally conservative, socially liberal direction.
So we were talking about mentors and people who got the drive or giving us drive. Who pushed you? Who uplifted you? Because when I knew you, because I know Morg from, 4 or 5 years, since 08, I don't know how long, and you were an anchor.
You're an anchor?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was an anchor at a station in SD, and now she's rocking. So what made that turn? That was
Well, I've always been wanting to run for office. I've wanted this seat, Susan Davis's seat in particular, since I was 19 years old. Because I met her, actually, when I was 19, and I told her that I admired her for stepping up and running in politics. But she's a Democrat, and I disagree with her on a lot of things. And so I told her that, and then she laughed in my face and basically told me, like, in my dreams. And so I decided that day, when I was old enough, I was going to take her seat from her. And here we are.
Oh, she's bold with it.
That's bad.
You go, girl. She said, I'm going to
Exactly.
take your seat with it. All right. Well, I wish you luck on that.
You were rocking for that.
Thank
And you do a unique way of, well, first of all, we were just talking about voting. So how are you getting people to vote?
How
or
are you
register?
campaigning there?
Campaigning. There you go.
Oh, I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm actually performing. I'm singing and giving a speech at a hip-hop music festival in downtown San
Wait.
Diego.
Did you say you were singing?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, dude.
What? Go ahead. Do something right now.
Give us a moment, please.
Right now. What are you going to sing?
Just give us a verse.
Well, I'm singing an original song that my friend and I wrote together about overcoming adversity. He's rapping. I'm singing my Alicia Keys range. And then I'm going to give a 5-minute speech to tell people about why I'm running and why we need the next generation of leadership in office.
When's the date? Give us the information.
Well, it's called The Vibe, and it's in the gas lamp at, it's called Tin Roof, and it's from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m.
When is this again?
What date?
on Sunday.
Tomorrow.
This coming
48 hours.
Oh, good.
Yep,
Is it going to be
48
streamed
hours.
anywhere? I want to see this.
It's gonna be
I
good.
will be live streaming it, so you can check it out on my Facebook page, Morgan Murtaugh.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
I will.
We're
I
gonna
will.
light
Everybody's
you
got to
up.
check this out. Check
We're
this
gonna
out.
light
I love it.
you up.
But first of all, before you go anywhere, you must sing something.
If you can. Go for it.
Just a little bit.
Some people want it all, perhaps want nothing at all.
All right.
It ain't you, baby.
Hey.
I ain't got
You, baby.
There you go.
That's all.
I love you.
I love Alicia.
I
And
can't-
I love anybody.
Listen, girl, you
congrats.
go. You go.
California
I am proud of
53
you.
is yours.
I'm very proud of you, Morgan. Good
Morgan's
job.
the bomb. Morgan, you the
Thanks,
bomb. Tell
guys.
people how they can get in touch with you, girl.
Thank you, guys. God bless and have a fantastic evening.
You
How
do
do-
the same.
How do you get in touch with you? Facebook?
Well, you guys can. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Just search Morgan Murtaugh and Murtaugh Murtaugh, and you can also visit my website morganmurtaugh.com. We need all the volunteers we can get on the phones, texting, everything. We're hitting people everywhere.
All right, Morgan.
Hit 'em
Congratulations.
hard, man. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good day.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so we down 3 seconds. We out for a break. And 1, 2, we're dead.
All right.
All right. Did we cut the?
Taking it way back. We bout to take it back to collard greens and black eyed peas. When mama said roll up your sleeves, then brush your teeth and go to sleep and have sweet dreams. But do not be inside my bed, or I will push your head into that white meat. Make your ass fall back to sleep and think about the things you did. Remembering when we were kids, when all we had to do was pray and make good grades and say our grace before we ate the dinner plate. To thank y'all for another day. Street lights on, it's time to go and head it home before the throne rains down on us to cuss and fuss, to whoop our ass across the grass in front of your friends. Go straight to bed and rest your head. You won't get fed, no food to eat. Just go to sleep and don't you eat. Don't make a beat. Double dutch and jumping rope and hot and secret light and green turn into things to smell ourselves. Start talking loud and with our chest to get knocked down into that flow. Into next week and out that door. Cause you are grown, can hold your own, but soon find out that you were wrong. Taking it way back to those good old days. Before the times changed and we lost our ways. Back to training bras and training wheels. Back when music had that good old feeling. Taking it way back to those good old days. Before the times changed and we lost our ways. Back to training bras and training wheels. Back when music had that good old feeling. Good old feeling. Good old feeling. Moved done, now you got your own. Can't tell you shit, you think you're grown. Stay fresh to death, that's what you do. From Kangols to Adidas suits, your Cadillac is sitting mean with rims that stay so fresh and clean, and tints that make it hard to see you when you in that smoking tree. To clear your mind and free your brain, just so you do not go insane. Cause being grown ain't what you thought. From 9 to 5, you work so hard, you're hustling broccoli on the side, just so your bills don't get behind. Got mouths to feed and kids to raise, there's no more time for childish games. Taking it way back to those good old days, before the times changed and we lost our ways. Back to training bras and training waves, back when music had that good old feeling. Taking it way back to those good old days, before the times changed and we lost our ways. Back to training bras and training waves, back when music had that good old feeling. Good old feeling. Good old feeling.
Hey, Abby, what's up?
What's up, Jay Jones?
You just caught us on the break. We're coming to you, but I wanted to rap to you. I didn't want you to go away.
Hey,
You know,
Tonya.
keep the
Cool.
guests
I'm
excited.
here. Where are we headed?
We are headed into Julie Chen. We're headed into. We're gonna just let you take the reign. We're headed into what they call the digital swirl, the zone.
Oh, you named it. I thought we weren't naming it.
I wasn't formally naming it, but I'm referring to it as a digital swirl.
Okay, cool. I'll take it.
Okay. All right, we'll be back in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, stand
Cool,
by.
I'll be here.
Okay. People take their places. People get to their
What you
places,
have to do
please.
is squeeze in together, share the mic, and then we're bringing home flights. Here, just stand.
All right. What place? Ready? 5.
All right, ready? Let's do it. I'm hot.
Yeah, I can see.
hot.
I can see you got
No
a black
doubt.
jacket on top of another jacket.
I know. It was black. Everybody was like, first black, first black. I was like, okay, let me get my black on. Yo. I'm in the building.
And I'm in the house.
All
I'm in the
right.
house.
Who else is in the building? Shout.
Angela's in the house.
Okay, shout.
DJ JUA.
My
Jay,
man.
you eyes.
Hey, Michelle's in the
Rock in.
house.
Shout.
Clarence Pollard.
And on the phone, who we got?
Abby's in the house.
What's up, Abby, girl?
But not in the building.
Abby.
You just down the street, right? You just down the street. On the
I'm
Hudson
down
Highway.
the street. Yeah, I thought I'd phone it in tonight. Is that okay to do on the shit? Phoning
this
it
shit,
in?
listen, you the shit. If you the shit, you can do it.
You can do whatever you want when you're the shit.
you're the shit,
okay?
you can do the
When
shit.
you are the shit, you can do
You know, she
it.
gonna drop
Well,
the
you
Julie
two are the
Chen bomb.
shit. We're just the shit.
Go ahead, Abby. Abby,
She
let
gonna-
me get ready for the
I'm
bomb.
here.
Hold on.
She gonna
Hold
drive us to
on,
the
Abby. Hold
shit.
on. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Do it. So what you got? The DJ. This is the digital swirl, by the way.
Oh yes,
With Abby.
I'm here.
LeVine.
yes, I like that. LeVine,
LeVine.
drop that grapevine. What you got,
You guys
Abby?
there?
Yes.
What's happening, Tonya? How was your
What's
week?
up, girl? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. We wanted to talk about some things in the social media and the media digital world, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, we thought we'd cover Chen Les Moonves, perhaps, since I worked in CBS and I was in Les's office in 1996.
No,
I can't
you
hear. Wait,
were
hold
not.
on. Turn that up. I need for you to turn that up. Oh, wait. Take that off. Take that off. Exactly. Okay, wait a minute, Abby. Hold on. You. Hold on a second. What now? Say that again.
This is a first.
Oh, you talking to me or somebody
Yes,
else?
Abby. You.
This is your
Oh,
segment.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about Les Moonves and Julie Chen because I want to speak from my perspective because when I was working at CBS, I worked in his office for a few days.
Ooh.
Right when he got in, when he was like just coming out of being an actor, and we're all following the Me Too movement, obviously, and I feel like Julie could be taking a better stand for women right now. She co-hosts a talk show called The Talk that she stepped down from.
Right.
If people don't know the story, Les Moonves is the president of CBS. He's been there for over 15 years, and a lot has come out about him in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And his wife, with all due respect to her, because she is a fairly good journalist, she was given an opportunity because she was married to him. And so she has both a talk show and a reality show on CBS. And what I wanted to talk about with this incredible group of people that you have in your show tonight is the fact that she stepped down from her talk show, but not her reality show. She's still hosting Big Brother, but she has this huge opportunity to sort of do the right thing on her talk show called The Talk, and she stepped down from it, and instead she's Chen-bobbing, which is what people call her, and hosting this, like, really, light reality show. And I think she missed a big opportunity. And I love her. She's great. But she's not doing the right thing here.
What do you think? But there's a lot to that. Of course, we're not in her shoes. I saw the clip today because I knew we were going to talk about it, so I watched the entire clip she said on
when she was saying when she was apologizing.
Yeah, because I was watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Did we buy it? I thought there was some crocodile tears. I do miss her. I do like the show. I do like her.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry, Abby.
I'm not sure I like Les.
Why do you think she needs to step down from Big Brother?
No, I wish she stayed on both.
You wish she stayed on The Talk.
Oh, whoa. I missed her. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I think she should have stayed on The Talk and not stepped down from The Talk. If she's going to stay on Big Brother,
okay,
you think
she could have stayed on The Talk. Because it's a great show and it was a great platform and she has a voice there.
Right.
You know, I think she could have done a lot of good for the whole movement. For herself, for her hubby even. I'd like to say Les did a lot of good at CBS.
What do you think?
No one's really talking about that.
$100 million.
I think
more than that.
I don't know. I think she kind of took the high road and walked away from The Talk just because she didn't want to have to answer those questions. And I actually was I don't know. I was in favor of that. And Big Brother is just she's down there. She's been doing it, and yeah, it's scripted, and she's having fun.
Well, she's standing by her man. So
yeah, that's kind of what it's
just like Hillary did. Hillary did it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but with all due respect to you, Abby, I think it's easy to look at a tragedy from the outside and speculate about what we think we would have done if we were in that person's shoes. But the reality is this woman's life was torn apart. It's like a grenade in a tent. She's married to this man. They have a child together. She has this wonderful, beautiful life. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, her whole life gets ripped apart. That has to take a personal toll. I don't know how much we can responsibly or reasonably or compassionately expect from somebody to be a voice for other people's tragedy and hurts when their whole lives have been turned upside down.
Exactly.
And I just think it takes. She might have the intestinal fortitude to find her voice one day, but I think right now she's simply keeping her head above water. That's my sense of it. She's doing the best she can to hold it together, and I for one, would just give her a break. Now, if she's still, not taking the hard questions and ducking a chance to make a difference for other women, a year from now, then I might revisit my opinion of her. But for now, I think she's doing the best she can.
Fresh woman.
And I think that she needs to be cut a big amount of slack. With all due respect to you, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I disagree with you.
A lot of slack. I think I'm not surprised by what Abby's saying, and I think a lot of people feel that way. But I think she is getting a slack cut because she's made the announcement, and her colleagues were like, "Okay, we love you, sisterhood, sisterhood, sisterhood." But I do think there is some rumblings about her actions from the inside, just because she's on a creative force. They all put in a lot of time. You know how it is in Hollywood. You get a gig, and it takes a team to keep it moving. They don't care if you go, but they kind of feel like you let them down.
True. I mean, it's just like what's her name, Roseanne Barr, when she did all her stuff, and the whole team had to disassemble because of lost jobs and everything.
Yeah, because the business aspect of Hollywood tends to be a little, rough and cut. But did Les ever treat you weird or offer you a gig or promote you?
No. He was a total gentleman, obviously.
Yeah,
but he had
yeah.
just gotten to CBS. This was in '96.
Because because you were when were you and I on the doc? I know Abbey from Dr. Phil. Damn, time is flying.
We started season 1 at Dr. Phil. We were there. I was there for the first 4 seasons, and I think you and I literally sat back to back, Jay.
Right, because I had a
season 1, but that would be in 2000.
Right, because I was with Tyra, and I think my producer or the person that hired me, and I can't even remember this woman's name, said she had a great relationship with Les. That was my Les story, and when I was with Tyra, that's all we did is kind of. I know she had meetings with Les directly, and we would wait outside the suite or the office in the broadcast center. And so it's kind of. I just I have a flashback.
Sad. I work there still, so
yeah.
I think CBS is a great network, and I think Les did a lot of great for the network. And my point is that I just don't. I wonder why Julie hasn't stepped away from Big Brother. If you take a hit in your personal life,
I'm like this. I don't know who said it, but you,
kind of like
Clarence.
Clarence.
She doesn't want to answer any questions.
Yeah.
She's just reading a script and telling people you're getting out the house or you coming in. That's it.
Yeah, Big
She
Brother's a
may
lot
be
easier.
divorcing. I heard there was.
really?
I heard there was a moving. Well, I read in Hollywood Insider or Variety that.
Allegedly.
Well, they said there was a moving truck outside her house. That's what it was quote.
Maybe they're all moving together.
Somebody else was moving. Yeah, maybe they were just moving.
Or maybe they got new furniture. You never know.
She also
right, you
works
never
for
know.
CBS, right? She works for CBS, so they may not be desirous of her spending a lot of time talking about this as well.
It's a million and one rounds on this
Yeah,
one.
definitely.
Yeah. But anyways.
But that's a heavy duty call.
In other news, the Cleveland Browns finally won.
Yeah, we were like flipping on that.
They finally won after years. That's crazy.
The funny thing is, oh shit, we're going to break. We thought you might have been in Cleveland, and we were like gonna get you leading in Cleveland. But
yeah, exactly. Having a beer.
I could have gone down and then done like reports from the tailgaters, right? That are still there partying.
Healthy tailgating.
If they could actually talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Abby, we're about to roll out.
We're gonna roll out for shizzle.
right.
All right, homie.
Thank you for
Damn.
calling in.
Peace out. Happy
Bye.
Friday.
All right, have a good weekend.
Like it.
All right, we'll be right back.
This is a short break.
Darling.
Where? Well, shit. We're lit.
Hey, we're back.
Jesus. This is my sleep time. Around 10 o'clock, I start to fade.
Really?
I do.
Dang,
Natural fade.
no, Jay, you can't.
Why not?
Because we only sleep when we die.
No. Have you seen the Mark
as we know,
Wahlberg?
man.
Have you seen the Mark
Dante's
Wahlberg
Inferno,
intense
yeah.
schedule?
Oh yeah, the workout schedule.
Yeah,
Oh,
he gets up at 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
He does.
He still looked fine though. That boy looked fine. He looked fine. He looked fine. I
that's
keep
so-
doing what you do, Mark.
You text me the craziest thing.
What?
This, I text you Suge Knight, but you could text me
The Beyonce?
Yeah, I never even saw that story.
You never saw the story?
No, I never saw the
So
story.
check this out.
Are you Beyonce fans?
Anybody like
Yeah, I like
Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Did you hear about what's going on with her?
I actually didn't.
All right. So, anyways, it was on I don't know what I was reading,
4
but it
seconds?
popped up. Yeah.
30
But anyways,
seconds. You got 30.
Beyonce's ex-drummer, I don't know her name, is suing Beyonce for extreme witchcraft
Oh, come on.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
and for performing like sexual molestation.
I'm gonna cut you off.
Wait,
I'm gonna cut you. Oh, go.
and wait a
You
minute.
got 10 seconds, and I want them to introduce themselves and say goodbye.
Oh, dang it! It's that time. Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, and she killed a cat. So she's filed what do you call it? Restraining order on her. That's what happened. Yeah. But anyways,
That's it.
that's it.
Good night.
We can't say goodnight.
The cat died.
Oh God! All right, bye, y'all. See y'all next week.
got-
Wait a minute. What
yeah.
happened?